scared for Woody, man.
3,
Is it maybe
2,
it's CEO?
1,
Oh no, this was back in the Spring Royale 2023, so a long time ago. But hopefully we can settle the score here. And Stingray's actually going in, starting off with this Brynn. We've seen him play this quite a bit. He loves Spear Legends that have a big D-Sig. That is something he has talked about quite a bit. His legend pool, it seems like it's based off of people that have a big down signature, which is one of the reasons like he doesn't really play Dusk. Of all the Spear Legends, one of the strongest, he doesn't choose to play Dusk because he loves a big down signature.
Yeah, because really it's that affordance in the fact that it hits behind, right? When he was playing Orion, you got that spin, it hits behind. Brynn, she starts to twirl from behind her and brings it forward, so you're able to cover the stacked option really well. You play someone like Dusk, well, you don't really have that same affordance. You got to go for a hard read there, and we're already seeing Stingray is starting off with quite some furor to him right here. Sgrape, trying to make the Snash work. You watched the Snash earlier, and it looked real good. The hammer was swinging, but Stingray's a bit of a different beast.
Yeah, so we talk about both of these players being spear players, and then like the last Sgrape set, we talked mostly about his hammer, and then so far this set, it's been almost all axe. Like he got the stock with the down air. There's a side signature again from Sgrape. He's taken so many stocks with that so far this weekend. It was the down air, and then the immediate swap back over onto the axe, and that axe brought Sgrape into the red so quickly. Now he's coming back in with the axe. You saw that instant jump, rising side air. There's a GC side light, a bold move for Sgrape. He even gets away from that weapon toss. It was almost enough where he didn't have enough in-air movement economy to get back after he faded to the left to avoid it.
Yeah, and at this point, Stingray's just going to be fishing for the knockout here. Gets caught. I think tried to start up a down sig. I heard the sound of it. Oh, good juggle here. Sgrape.
Dude.
One sig is all it takes for Sgrape. Ooh, no punish there. And Stingray floating right above that side sig. It hits pretty high, but still able to get just high enough to get around it. But Sgrape is willing to live and die by that side signature, I guess.
Dude, I'm telling you, think about how good that signature is and how often he's using it and successfully using it compared to Taro's side sig. You're not going to see him throw that out and hit it that often. That's why people, I'm telling you, hammer players or spear players, I'm telling you, you got to swap to the Nash. He's so good. Sgrape is showing it to you right here, but Stingray making the case for Brynn as well. Everyone knows Brynn is a very devastating legend, very scary to deal with. That axe can be so scary. The down airs into the follow-up down airs is so scary. There's the falling side air. Now swapping back over onto the spear. There's the in-light. Nice job getting over, around, and hitting the falling side air. Still mostly sticking to the ground here until he gets caught in the air. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to go for a recovery there. I mean, Stingray's movement is so crispy. That dash is going to come out. It's not going to knock out, but it's huge damage here. Sgrape tries to get the turnaround, almost pays for it with his life. Luckily manages to get that hit on the way in. That down sig would have gotten the stock in the corner there. You see Stingray trying to fish for it, trying to
I was going to say, he's going to keep throwing it out, just like he did with Orion on the spear D-Sig.
Now, granted, the startup of it, I think, is the biggest difference here, and it might be the reason Stingray might lose this game because of it. Tried to make it a little bit too easy, a little bit too, I don't want to sound offensive, but brainless there, kind of unga-bungaing that down sig, saying, I'm going to get you this time, I'm going to get you this time, and Sgrape just not falling for it.
Into it with all of those active frames. So it's a little bit of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, and it's another one of those signatures as well. Like, a lot of signatures leave you airborne, like we just saw from Nash right there, right? It's hard to get like a really strong punish like that. Brynn's neutral sig has the same thing. Her side sig has the same thing. But that down sig leaves her grounded. So if you're able to get around it, you're able to get the maximum punish a lot of the time. So you really got to be careful with whiffing that move. But otherwise, outside of kind of, a little bit of sloppy play from Stingray at the end there.
Yeah, there's the ground pound. Man, those GCD sigs on the hammer that Sgrape has been using to get back to the stage, he has not been successful. I mean, in that moment, he didn't have anything else that he could really do, so he had to use that one. But it's been more than a few times. We saw it in his previous set where he threw those out and he got red every single time. It was easily reactable, too. They knew it was coming.
Oh, and look at how close Stingray is trying to stand to Sgrape, right? Wanting to use that neutral light on that axe to make sure that whatever Sgrape does, he cannot react to. That neutral light is too fast. They did put one more frame of startup on it in the last patch, but one more frame is not going to be enough here, man.
He wasn't able to turn around that down air after the stomp into the recovery to where it reaches behind you and scoops behind you before it ends up right directly below you. Yeah, there's a classic side light into the neutral air. This time he's turning it around with a D-light, so he's changing it up already out of that spear side light.
Oh, okay, trying to get that final hit. That side air might be enough. Using the down light to position himself off stage.
Again.
Comes right back with that ground pound. I mean, this is a much better game two here. I'd argue Stingray pretty much had game one too if he didn't get a little lazy, to be honest. And so I think he's kind of showing us what it could have looked like if he had decided to lock in fully.
He's showing how many different win conditions he has on this legend. It's not just the D-Sig like he had previously. He's not a one-dimensional player whatsoever. Sgrape backing up. He knows that neutral air is coming in. There's the in-light. Him backing up all the way over to the corner gives him the placement that he needs to hit that in-light and turn it into a KO move.
Now let's see here. Stingray waiting for that weapon. Gets that spear. Exactly what he wanted. He knew he had that queued up. He's going to go ahead and try and close out this game number 2 on the Sgrape. Sgrape with a good wake up there, but not able to get that hit with that nair. Couldn't get the true combo to convert there. But man, you can't go blow for blow with Stingray right now. He's up an entire stock. This is looking all but Stingray's game. Just one more clean, strong hit, and we'll be moving on to game number 3.
Playing against Spear when you're behind feels all but impossible. Like, they can just jump around and nair to add up that damage, and then they throw out the recovery, they throw out the ground pound once they've sent you over the edge. Like, they can live on one hit at a time. They don't have to go for big stuff. They don't even really have to go for combos. There's the D-Sig. I cannot believe that side air. The max range. Sgrape must have been just high enough to make line of sight. Neutral air almost coming in. Sgrape threw it out, but Stingray was able to jump and get away from it. There's the X side air, even from the wrong side of the stage. Gets the KO, and we're going to tie it up 1-1. Landed one.
I think he landed one.
Very sure he landed at least one.
So, you know, not the worst, all things considered, but definitely maybe showing his hand a little bit too much. There's a certain point where you're used to just kind of cruise controlling your way through the bracket, and then you get against someone who's like good enough to make you turn it off, right? And I think that person is gonna be Sgrape right here. As we're going to the Fortress Alliance here for game number 3. Stingray once again with that spear in hand, keeping things pretty even though with Sgrape. Sgrape's movement has effectively increased.
Oh, the double D-light into the recovery as well. Gets scooped up. You really got to be careful. Aggressing onto a hammer in the air when they're above you. You always got to expect that hammer down air coming in. The side light as well, and the side light into, or the D-light into the recovery. Incredible work from Stingray. Yeah, as long as he doesn't let the D-Sig get out of hand. Game 1, it got out of hand. Last game, like he used it and he missed it, but he didn't let it get out of hand. Like a misstep here and there, or getting punished here and there a little bit, not a big deal. As long as it doesn't get out of hand, and he's showing us how much control he has over this game. Yep, perfect read. The double D-light into the recovery as well. He keeps getting it. His spear's on fire.
This is basically a perfect spear stock. Finally, Sgrape is able to find something, but the way that Stingray is able to control space with that spear is so hard. There's going to be a punish and no dodge on Sgrape as well, so Stingray tries to cast the landing, is unable to do so. Sgrape's going to go ahead and pick up that weapon, and that side sig is on the table now as well, so Stingray's going to have to look out for that.
I love that we've seen both of them now have spear in their hand and basically do the same thing. It's Stingray's side light into the turnaround D-light, and for Sgrape, it's the side light into the turnaround neutral signature. So they have the same idea with those turnarounds on their next move. It's just Sgrape chooses the heavy button and Stingray chooses the light button.
Yeah,
recovery KO off the top.
It's going to end up leading to more damage across the board for Stingray, right? Because he is going to get that guaranteed conversion, at least 1 or 2 hits there. Whereas for Sgrape, you just get raw KO potential. But the other side of it, too, is, I mean, we're getting the Stingray axe right now, right? I mean, basically he's been throwing it away, but I feel like right now, into the hammer especially, maybe he's like, all right, I want to attack blunt force with blunt force.
Yeah, let's trade back and forth. You throw out a stomp side air, I'll throw out a side light nair. Like, let's do it. We can go 1 for 1. I'm not worried.
Blow for blow, tip for tat, and right now it's going to favor Stingray. Look at all this damage.
Oh, man.
Oh, and forcing Sgrape off of the hammer as well, but how is Stingray's axe?
Yep, there's the falling side air.
It doesn't matter. It clears there. I didn't think it was going to knock out straight up. I've played a game, and you got your hiney beat.
Yeah.
Take a moment at character select just to think.
You don't have to swap your character. If you take that moment and you think about it, you're like, no, actually, this is what we're going for. But he is taking that moment, and he's reflecting on that previous set, and he made the swap over to Mirage.
Okay, and you know what? I'm with it, because at the end of the day, he's swapping one brute force character for another brute force character, right? You still have a very high strength stat on Mirage. You're going to be able to swing really hard. I feel like the signature kit, you do have that spear down sig as well to rely on. Look at that. That almost knocked out. And that was just a scythe neutral sig as well. And so, you know, I respect it. Mix it up. Hey, you want to stay on the winner's side, and you might just do it here. Stingray has to get back to the stage somehow first. Oh, he doesn't place that ground pound in the right spot, giving Stingray another chance and an ability to get an extra punish as well. Wait, Stingray might turn this around from this position.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm worried about, like Sgrape brings to the table, yep, there's the D-Sig. One thing that Sgrape is going to really bring to the table with that scythe is 45-degree angles. That's going to be the same thing on the stage, but specifically off stage, you have all of those options. Okay, that's great. What if Stingray never goes off stage? What if he just doesn't edge guard you?
Man, I hit by that down sig, right?
Yep,
I mean,
you already called that out.
So good. It's just so fast.
It
right?
is.
Like,
it really is.
It's one of those moves that like you gotta respect it. And then Sgrape getting that quick damage on Stingray here as well. Stingray needs to get his feet on the ground planted, manages to get the reversal there with the nair into the recovery. But you know, I feel like it's easier to fight the scythe a lot of the time by being grounded and poking it out with that neutral light. If you're coming down on top of it, you have the threat of that end light that's going to keep stuffing you out the sky. But Stingray's doing such a good job of picking his moments. Look at the way he's moving, using the stage to his advantage as well.
So far, this game's going much better for him than the previous game, so at least so far, it's looking like the swap was the clutch choice. He's still just a little bit behind, but not anywhere near how far he was behind last game. Oh, he almost got the down air. He was a little bit too far away, so the down air whiffed, and then Stingray was ready with the D-Sig, and now all of a sudden that lead's pretty big.
There we go.
Nice falling side air into the neutral light, classic.
Looking like he's getting ready to close this one up here. Sgrape needs to find the stock in quick. Has a spear. That down sig is an option. If he catches Stingray jumping with the neutral sig, that's an option too. But you know what? Keeps it simple. Just dashes up and tests his reaction time.
Dash and D-sig is so scary. You dodge a little bit too late, you're getting hit by it. You dodge a little bit too early, you're going to run out of iframes and you're going to get hit by it. You just jump to try and get away from it, you're going to get hit by it.
Yeah, it's real tough. And now this is extremely close here. Let's see. Side light nair. Huge damage here. Mirage doesn't have the most defense. 2 side light nairs. That hurts so bad. Approaching the orange now, but wait, Sgrape is swinging back, tending Stingray off stage as well. He fights back, grabs his spear, says, if I'm gonna end this match, I'm gonna need my good old faithful. Uh-oh, an N-Sig might be enough here from Sgrape if he's able to land it. You have to be careful for Stingray. Look at this setup. Down sig's on the table now as well for Sgrape.
Oh man, Sgrape needs something here. He throws away the spear, he's gonna be unarmed, and that gives Stingray all the room he needs to hit that final recovery for the KO off the top, deny the game 5, secure the game win in game 4, and the set win 3-1, putting a heart to the camera.